Hello, friends. Those back pages here. I hope you're well and safe during these crazy times we're living in, both in the hobby and around the world. Before we begin tonight's episode, I want to say that as of this recording, and it is Monday, tomorrow night, Tuesday, at 10:23 Eastern, I am scheduled to be live on the air with Blake Jameson on his stream. He streams Monday to Friday at 10:23 Eastern. So it would mean a lot to me if you were able to tune in to his live broadcast at 10:23, and I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description. So I want to thank you for that, for your consideration and tuning in. Can't quote me on it, but I do believe he'll be finishing work on his Ken Griffey Jr. release for the Project 2020 project. But I'm not 100% sure on that, and obviously, much like everything else going on in the world, it is subject to change. So what I wanted to do tonight is I want to show some cards. I want to do a little talking. I'm not sure what order I want to do. I seem to struggle doing both at the same time, but we are definitely in an interesting time in the hobby. Prices are crazy Eddie insane. Unlike anything I've ever seen before in the hobby. Especially since my return 15 years ago. Retail shelves cleared, wiped out, totally gone. My local Target doesn't have one single sports card pack in stock. And that's not unique to my area. Speaking to a lot of friends about it, they have the same things going on, and I'm sure any of you watching right now do as well. So while it would be great to find some retail product, we march on. We keep collecting, because that's what we love to do. Another thing that I've noticed a lot lately is a lot of people are impatient with what I like to call young ball players. Baseball is a man's game. It takes a long time to learn how to play baseball. So some of the guys I'm going to show, you'll know what I mean. I see a lot of on social media, I see a lot of people down talking a player they're not collecting, or some would say, they've got a case of the POMO, pissed off, missed out. See a lot of that with Tatis Jr., San Diego Padres 21-year-old. I own I think one slab of his. I own some raw cards. I don't own a bunch. He, quite frankly, he had a back injury that ended his season last year. And, when you're 20 years old, which he was last year, and you have a back injury, it can be a little off-putting to collect. But he sure is exciting. He sure is exciting. So let's see some cards. Talk a little bit more. I just wish that some people would have, to quote Axl Rose, you have a little patience. Here we have a Ronald Acuna action variation from Heritage 2018 Heritage High Number. This is just a fantastic photo, which they have not used anywhere else as of this recording that I've seen. Some of the other stuff the images get reused over the years, over the brands, etc. So unfortunately, due to the timing of this release, 2018 Heritage High number, the action variation, Juan Soto was not on the checklist due to time constraints, in my opinion. So I went ahead and added his Topps Chrome version of his Heritage base card. These are numbered on the back to $9.99. It's $8.59 of $9.99 right there. Machine stamped. Since he did not have an action, I wanted to add this to my collection. Now, the actions themselves are not numbered, and depending on who you believe, they're between 1,500 and 2,000. I like to say 2,000 just to keep it consistent over the years. Here's Gleyber Torres' action. Another nice photo that I have not seen used anywhere else, but haven't looked all that much. Again, these are not numbered, but there's roughly 2,000 of them. I feel that these three cards are, while they're costly now, here in August of 2020, I do think they have a lot of room to grow. So I guess maybe some of this video can be considered a little, invest. But more like collect and maybe some sleepers, or not necessary sleepers, but it is what it is. Collectors, I think a lot of it is that we enjoy being right. And unfortunately, I think that what brings out a lot of the ugly that we see in social media posts, message board posts, YouTube videos, trashing, excuse me, trashing people we didn't pick. Like, I'll see a lot of people down talking Acuna for his performance or lack thereof, and then super excited about Soto, or vice versa with Gleyber. Actually, being here in New York, growing up in New York City, currently on Long Island, I tend to listen to a lot of WFAN, and just last week I heard some people call up and say, hey, this Gleyber Torres, no good, no bueno. He had 4 hits the other night, but here's the thing. It's 2020, people. We're in the middle of a pandemic. A lot of stuff is going on. I personally consider the entire 2020 Major League Baseball season, and to an extent the other sports, a complete wash. If someone has a horrible 2020 baseball MLB season and a 60-game max season, who cares? You just want everyone to be healthy, get through it, try to get back to some resemblance of normal life. Ronald Acuna will be 23 years of age in December. Juan Soto will be 22 years of age in October, and Gleyber will be 24 years of age in December. So he's 21, 22, and 23. All three of these guys are in their third year in the league. 22, 21, 23. They're in their third year in Major League Baseball. They're kids. They're still learning. They're mega talented, but they're still learning. I can't recommend these 3 cards enough. Also from 2018 Heritage High number, and I've talked about all of these cards before, but some of these bear repeating. Here's the purple refractor. Now these are not numbered on the back, like the regular refractors, like the regular chromes, but I've had these for probably like a year and a half now, and they were not expensive whatsoever. I mean, I think all three of these are 10s, but now they're probably a little bit more. Well, they definitely cost more now. And here's the Glaber. But purple refractors are an extremely affordable solution for shine. Gotta have shine. I would look in the purple refractors. Now, purple refractors are available in both hobby and blasters. Hobby, there's a 12-box case in hobby, so one out of every 12 boxes is going to have 24 purple refractors in it. The entire box will be one in each pack. In the entire box, there will be no other purple refractors in that entire 12-box case. So if you're at the LCS and you're opening heritage packs and you get a purple, that means the rest of those packs will have purple, one per. Same for blasters. If you're opening a blaster and you get one purple in the first pack, the other 7 packs in the box will have one purple per pack. Now, the guesstimates on the print run of these, because they're not published, they're not numbered, but again, probably about 3,000. It's not a whole bunch, 2,000 to 3,000. I'm sure some of the number cruncher guys have come up with the number. I haven't seen it. I've seen it. I just don't recall. But I feel that purple refractors are a great alternative for collecting shine. I mean, these are super shiny. There's no. They're shiny. They're not numbered. They're not rare. They're not easy. Next up, we have. I don't have the Glaber. I don't own the Glaber, but. And again, these are going to look like crap on camera. I've shown these before. Topps 3D. This first year of Topps 3D, the print run is 259 copies of each. I really wish you could see this in person because it's just stunning. But you're watching in a 2D world, in the internet, so 3D will never be appreciated on this format. Now here's the Tro. Just such a great looking purse. I mean, if you've ever seen the test issues from the 60s of Topps 3D, that's how these look. These are not numbered. They did change the card number. Trout's base flagship is card number 300, so they did change that. But if your player is in this 3D collection, especially 2018, I would highly recommend you try to pick up a copy. I should have taken out Sapphire. I do not have a Sapphire handy right now, but these came out the first year. They came out in 18. They made 259. In 2019, the print run went up to 500 per card. And then this year, 2020, the print run is now 750 per card. So the print run is going up each year. The demand is going up each year. And I think at this point, it's safe to say that next year, Topps will release 3D, because this year they sold out faster than ever. Minutes. So it's safe to say that Topps 3D is now a pedigree. And that's something that, when you're collecting for a long period of time, is very important. And this is going to lead into my next little show and tell here. So yes, do pick up a 3D. I mean, there's 259 of these. There's not many to go around. And at this point, I would say that a lot of them are are into the PCs. People have them put away, kind of like the first year Sapphire, 250 made. Those are quite expensive now. From 2016. Sapphire started in 2016. So the next, speaking of pedigrees and long-term collecting, the next thing I'm going to show is Topps Gold. Here's the dreaded US 250, because his bat down did not have any parallels, and that bat down is put away right now, but they did make parallel colors of his third flagship. His second flagship from the factory set does have a parallel called the foil board, which is very expensive. Now these are numbered on the back to 218, the year of release. Here's the Soto US 300, easily the best card in the update set. This is really becoming a very famous photograph of him hitting. Here's the Gleyber Torres, also from the update set, since his rookie card did not have parallels. I do not have a graded version of this. I picked this up raw for about $7 back a year and a half ago. Probably a little bit more than that now, actually. Probably around January 19, somewhere around there. But I picked that raw because I don't know if I could find a 9. I mean, this is a 9. This is a 9. Topps Gold started in 1992. It was issued in 93, 94. Then the strike happened, and it went away from 95 to 2000. It was not issued. And then in 2001, for the 50th anniversary of flagship, they brought them back, and they numbered them to 2001. Then each sequential year, they added one. So the 2002 Topps Golds are numbered to 2002, 2003, etc. So this year's are numbered to 2020. Now, speaking of 2019, this is the no number Vlad, which, depending on if you believe Topps or not, it was accidentally left off. I don't know how true that is, but this was only available in Series 2 packs, all formats. And this is a good card to pick up. He's kind of forgotten right now. He's young. Again, he was born in 1999. So he just turned 21 in March. So he's 21 all season. It's really, really difficult to give up on someone who is 21 years old playing in the major leagues every day. This is his not so great photograph they used for the update, but this is the gold version, and since I'm collecting golds and showing off golds, I figured I'd take that one out and show it, because Topps Gold, and that's numbered to 2019 on the back. So they are not super easy. They are not limited. I mean, there are Independence Days, black, parallels, many other parallels, but the one that's consistent year after year since 1992 will be Topps Gold. And with each passing year, Topps Gold gets a lot more popular. And here is the Tatis, which is one of the most unattractive flagship rookie photos in existence. And again, that is my opinion. It is not a fact. I'm not stating that as a fact. I'm stating that as my opinion. For some reason, Topps had a really, really strong interest in showing Tatis in vertical throwing, non-batting form. This card, his Stadium Club, also shows him throwing to first base. A couple of other cards I can't remember now, unfortunately, show him throwing horizontally. But it is what it is. This card is very popular now. I picked this up at the show last year. I paid $75 for this when PSA 10s were $300. So for 25% of the price of a 10, I got a 9, and I got to own the card. Because at the end of the day, we want to own the card. So yes, I hope you learned something. And a short reminder that tomorrow night at 10:23 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be live on Blake Jameson's stream. So I hope you can make it. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode. I'm very appreciative of you spending your time with me telling my stories and things. Remember to always be kind, keep learning, share your knowledge, and cherish your collection.